there's already a bunch of wrong with this documentary already, man. This already not accurate at all.
But I'm saying though, this will literally not be dude. I swear to God.
Throughout his entire childhood, Aaron loved to start problems. He even used to just paint on walls in his house to get a reaction out of people.
This guy
he says
really
he enjoyed watching people freak out over the issues he would cause. Back in
yeah, when I was a kid, like
2019, Aaron told the Chicago Tribune that he remembers being spoiled as a kid. Reportedly, his parents would wait in line.
Oh yeah, I was on Chicago News. Forgot to tell you guys that.
Hours just to get him the new hot gaming system. He used to be obsessed with the game World of Warcraft.
He's right about
this. When he was
this.
14, Aaron would play the game for up to 20 hours every single day.
Bro, that was so unlucky, bro.
He wouldn't even sleep in his bed. He'd just fall asleep in his chair and then wake up and play more. After he spent a little over 1 year in this abusive gaming cycle, he got tired of the game and quit. Shortly after quitting his addiction to World of Warcraft, Aaron started smoking weed at the age of 16, right after his birthday. And within just 2 years of trying weed for the first time, he was already using heroin. For most families, having a son who is an addict takes up 90% of their time and thoughts. But for the Travis family, it was a bit different. A moment ago, I mentioned that Aaron's father, Jeff Travis.
Dude, alright, bro, dude, alright, that's enough of this shit, man. Okay. Dude, what is, stop! God damn it! Bro, enough with the family shit, man!
Smoking the devil's lettuce, and she told him that if he was honest, she would allow him to continue living with her. This was a lie, and she ended up sending Aaron to one of those wilderness programs where they take you in the middle of the night. He describes being sent to live on a mountain and not being allowed to talk at first.
How do people care about me this much?
He said it actually helped him with his anger
It did.
and behavioral problems.
This guy did a lot of research.
The actual change would not happen for a while longer, because once he returned from this wilderness program is when he started using heroin and really hit his rock bottom.
I would have killed my own mom for that shit. Okay, that's a little drastic.
But you
that's a little. That's not kill my
Is
own
it drastic?
mom.
Once Aaron returned back to Vernon Hills from his wilderness program, things really started to go off the rails. One day, a friend of his named Peter told Aaron that he would give him a few nugs of Zaza if he would drive.
Please, the love of God.
Are trying to ban me the fuck man also suck you still have a unibrow.
When they were about 20 minutes into their journey, Aaron says he asked Peter if he could have the Zaza now since they were basically there. To Aaron's surprise, Peter said he was lying and did not have any nugs on him right now, but he did have some other stuff.
This guy just got this right to a T right here, man. This guy went so far into my VODs, I'm like, what the fuck?
Asked Peter what he was talking about, and Peter told him that he had heroin in his pocket and would give him some if he wanted, but didn't want to offer it to him since it was such an addictive drug. Aaron showed some interest, so Peter poured out what he had onto a Cottonmouth King CD case they had sitting in the car. When you hear the word heroin, you probably think of a black, gooey substance, which is black tar heroin, but there are actually a few different kinds that come in all different colors. The big three of heroin consist of China white, black tar, and brown sugar. The bag that Peter had.
How do you know this? I've said it on stream before. I've said it on a couple podcasts.
Because Aaron had done so many other drugs by this point in time.
This is not me, by the way.
And he decided that because the heroin Peter had looked similar to cocaine, he would probably enjoy the heroin too. After he came to this half-baked
Krog, because I was like 15.
To his very first line of heroin, and unfortunately his assumption was correct. He absolutely loved it. This one singular line was all it took for Aaron to be hopelessly addicted. And this is where his 10-year journey of addiction began. He described this experience with heroin addiction as a very slippery slope. He did not immediately turn into a raging heroin goblin. The addiction slowly grew in silence, kind of like a cancer that you don't even realize exists until it's too late.
That was about, there wasn't any like police stuff until I, like my 17, 18, like 18.
Why did I have to be so fat in this?
Doing heroin.
And you were still in high school?
I was still in high school when I was doing heroin.
How'd you get introduced to drugs in the first place?
I don't know, because it's weird because I didn't smoke weed till I was almost 17, and then by 19, I was a full-blown heroin addict.
At first, he didn't even try heroin again until about 30 days after his first line. Then, the time in between highs slowly shrunk, going from a month to a few weeks to a few days, and then it became a daily habit where he needed it to function. In the early stages of his addiction, he was strictly snorting his heroin, but as months passed, he started to inject it instead. The first time he shot up was in a subway parking lot, and he described it as the best.
God God, this guy's accurate.
Felt to this day. Aaron said that once he started shooting up, the addiction.
This guy went way into my VODs.
Heroin addict. Regardless of the fact that Aaron was from a relatively wealthy area and had a family that was doing great financially, he still ended up stealing to feed his habits.
Bro, what the fuck is this shit?
Or his family home. He would steal anything.
All right, we get it.
He could get his hands on, and it didn't matter who was affected by it. According to himself, he even stole his mother's wedding ring to pawn it for drug money.
Okay, you know what, dude? I'm just saying though. Did this really need to get put on the internet though? I mean, it's fine, dude. Fair is fair. I've stated it before. I'm just saying it's not. All right, okay.
Drug addiction. He allegedly would steal from cars, houses, and stores.
I broke into my mom's house.
Right.
I broke into my mom's house and stolen my sister's shit. I've done horrible things. I've broken into houses.
Dude, all right, okay. That's not true, man. None of that shit's true, man.
Never been convicted on any theft charges. The only realistic reason that I could think of as to why Aaron was never charged with theft,
none of that shit's true,
sort, is because he's told podcasts before that his family was constantly getting him the best lawyers money could buy. So my assumption is he was able to get off on technicalities for any.
No, I wasn't getting off on technicalities. No, that's not true. I just didn't have that series of. Okay, yeah, there was one or two.
Relating to stuff that carried serious time.
Well, it's that's what a lawyer's supposed to fucking do. What do you want me to say? I had no idea it was a school zone.
The alleged theft that took place doesn't mean he skated through this addiction by any means. Overall, Aaron is a 4-time felon and has been to prison on several different occasions.
Just 2.
Each sentence ranging from a few months to a year. While I was looking into Aaron's past, I came across a lot of differing information when it came to his prison stints and when or how long he was actually in prison for.
Let's see if you got it.
Information about dates of arrest or
Let's see.
And prison.
Let's see how good you are at this. Let's see. I'll be honest with you. Let's see if you got it. October 4th, 2013.
May be a little off, but I did my best to put together a timeline that makes sense. The first time Aaron was arrested on
December 4th, 2009.
Took place December 4th, 2009.
He's
What
right.
happened on this day is nowhere to be found online.
Uzi overdosed in the garage.
Recounts his experience. What he says caused his arrest to happen was a friend of his at the time who was also a drug user.
He died later too.
In his garage. Aaron didn't want the person to die, so naturally he called the police.
This is before the limited immunity law.
When the police arrived, they searched the garage and found the man's heroin stash in his pack of cigarettes.
Saved his life.
There were certain laws in place that handed off
that was
ownership
Uzi.
to Aaron because it was his garage. Thankfully, those laws have now been changed according to Aaron. Ultimately, Aaron only received probation for this incident and did not have to serve any jail time for it. The second time Aaron was arrested,
September 18th, 2011.
felony charges was on November 26th.
No, that was the third one. He missed one. This is the third one. The other one was the condo hospital one. This is the third one. He's wrong.
2012 in the Bannockburn area of Illinois.
By Deerfield.
This report says
that was right by the
with
school.
2 other people when their vehicle was stopped by Bannockburn PD for running a stop sign after they allegedly shoplifted some items from their local Walgreens.
Missed one.
Stopping the vehicle, the police must have searched.
No,
the
I
car
don't
and
miss
found
this
heroin
shit.
because he was arrested for heroin possession.
No,
He was also
they found
charged
it.
with misdemeanor theft, but that does not count as a felony on his
It was paraphernalia. There was no drugs. They charged us with possession because even a slight amount of residue is considered possession.
record. The heroin possession, however, was a class 4 felony, which in the state of
1 to
Illinois
4
meant that Aaron would receive a sentence between 1 to 3 years in prison.
It's
On
1 to
top
4.
of these new charges, he was still on probation for the possession charge he caught back in 2009.
I was on bond on
The 2
probation.
other people he was with were both above the age of 45. One was 48 and the other was 54. Aaron was only 23 at the time, so the crowd he chose to hang around with was definitely not normal for his age. The most probable reason for him being with these 2 older guys has to be their shared love for heroin. The third time that Aaron was arrested and charged happened on
This is the 4th one. Wow, they
May
got this.
21st, 2014.
Yeah.
Just 2 weeks after he was paroled for his previous crimes. He was arrested while going to visit his brother at Eastern Illinois University. From what I put together using clips of him speaking about this situation, this is what happened. Aaron was on the west side of Chicago trying to...
Dude, it was the worst luck ever, dude. It was the worst luck I had ever seen in my entire life, dude. Dude, I've made the drug deal 1,000 times in that same exact corner of Monticello in Iowa, dude. And of course, they just happened to be right there in the middle of the hand-to-hand. And dude, they said, go in the alley or something like that. And I just panicked. I took the dope and I shoved it up my ass. But there were 7 big-ass bags, and then one of them fell out right in front of the cop, dude. Dude, and then I just gave him the rest of the bags. But had I just not, under a gram in Illinois, Cook County, he gets thrown out, no probable cause due to weight.
dope before going to visit his brother. After he completed his deal, he left the trap house. Once he got back to the car, he noticed 2 suspicious Crown Vic cars parked behind
It was one.
him. All of a sudden, police hop out with guns drawn, screaming at him not to move.
Dude.
In a panic, Aaron started shoving the dope up his ass to try and hide it from the cops, all while they still had their guns pointed at him.
This is
Once
true.
Aaron successfully
That's
got
true.
all the dope into his butt chute, he exited the car and the police began to pat him
No,
down.
I wasn't exiting the car,
Allegedly
I was
during
on
the pat-down,
foot.
One of the cops told Aaron, quote, "If we don't find that
Yeah,
dope
he
white
did say
boy,
that.
I got 3 more
Yeah,
right
he did.
here for you." Meaning the cop was prepared
He
to
was
plant
literally gonna
evidence
plant
on
drugs.
Aaron.
He said
After
that.
not finding anything, the police tried
I'll
one
never
last
forget that.
ditch effort. They began to shake his pants in an
And then
attempt
found
to
out.
jar anyone
God
Aaron
hates me
was
so
hiding
much, man.
loose. Luckily
Shut
for
the
them,
fuck up, everyone!
one singular bag dropped out of Aaron's pants and onto the concrete below. Once that bag fell out, Aaron knew he was caught, and they found the remaining bags that he hid in his poop chute. In total, it was around 1.1 grams of heroin that he had stashed, which meant he would be taken in on felony possession once again. Aaron said on a Discord e-date that he received 2 years in prison for this charge.
Yeah,
The fourth
I was
and final
fine buying on
time that
probation.
Aaron was arrested on
the
felony
5th.
possession
This is
charge
Bridgeview, but I
happened
beat
in
this one.
January of 2016
Yeah, I beat this
at
one, though.
Bridgeview Motel.
Yeah, this
charge
one was
landed
bad.
him in Cook County Jail.
This
for-
charge was my fault. This was bad. This is when I was going to the south. I was going to Inglewood and shit because it was pure on the west side, and I was fucking just straight up being a bitch. I was straight up. I mean, this one was on me. I was fucking in the hotel, selling out of there, buying out of there. It was fucked up. This one was on me, and then I guess I overdosed or I slightly like passed out. I don't remember what happened. Someone called the police, and then I just remember being in the stairs and like I don't remember. I was high as fuck when this one happened.
for a few months.
Bitch, add me on Discord, you fucking Oompa Loompa.
What the fuck you talking to, mine?
But he ultimately beat this charge because the arresting officer failed to show up
Yeah,
for court. Although
because he
was-
illegally searched me. And I remember I said, dude, even if I go to prison, I'm getting out and I'm fucking suing you and I'll win civilly. And he didn't show up. I remember I said, bro, you know you just broke the law. I promise you, dude, you don't beat. I promise you I beat this case. And he didn't show up. That's a true story. That's an absolute true story. I'm dead serious. He illegally searched me. He stuck his hands up my ass trying to find the drugs.
released
I remember
from
that.
jail shortly after he won this court case. It wasn't that huge.
Oh, what up, Jay
By this
Moolah,
point,
baby?
He was not really seen
Shout out Jay Moolah, man, at Riff Bar, baby. Making my Dubai sickness feel better.
seeing his family.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But Aaron has said that throughout the entire addiction,
We're getting
his
some shit
parents
sent to me
still
tomorrow.
Call him and check up on him.
Guys, make sure you go to their website, man. Someone give me that site. Muddy, can you pin that really fast?
over the phone. He
I'm
was
still
sleeping
playing
on
Rainbow
trains,
Six.
begging on street corners for money, and walking
This was
around
bad.
all day to the point
Buddy,
his
give me the
legs
website link,
actually
Ben.
swelled up. After living
Yeah,
the
this
life
did.
of a homeless drug addict for a bit, he finally hit his breaking point.
It was my brain saying, I'm ready for a change. Now,
I don't
what
wanna
was that
watch
change
this
brought?
shit,
Was it
man.
me just doing dope for 10 years and saying, all right, man, I think you win. I think I'm done now. Hey, it was a good run. I think I'm done here. Or was it?
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
before my hair
the universe,
transplant.
God,
I'm telling you, it's
whatever you wanna
bad.
call it,
Look at
here
my
you go.
walls.
Here's a miracle.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, I break shit. You see my walls? The whole room is trash. I get violent when I play games. I'm gonna take more vitamins and destroy this fucking house.
Aaron stopped in at a local library and called his mother. He
Chicago
told her
and
that he
Ashland.
was ready to stop this badness and would go to rehab if she would come pick him up right now. The very next morning, she picked Aaron up and brought him to his grandmother's house, where he would stay until rehab began. While he was organizing the few belongings he had left, Aaron found a little baggie of dope that the cops didn't find when searching his bags.
No.
Like any addict would, Aaron
That's
said-
not what happened. No, I'll tell you the truth. I took my Cook County commissary money out that I scammed my mother for, and I had her drive me to the west side of Chicago, and I bought the heroin right in front of her. That's the honest to God truth. But I knew it was going to be my last one. Yo, guys, here's the Rift Bar right here, man. Make sure you guys go buy one. Show me proof in Discord that you bought one. We got a $500 giveaway right here, man. Hell yeah. And tomorrow I'm going to get the cool, I got some stuff on the way tomorrow they're sending me as well. So yeah. Make sure y'all guys go buy that shit. Spam it in the chat really fast. Alright, we're going to start banning random viewers that aren't buying any.
decided to use
Ted,
it
call your dad a
before
bitch
heading
right
off
now.
to rehab. But unlike other addicts, he decided that this would be the final time he used heroin. After he used the rest of his stash, Aaron sat down and looked at the needle. He gave it a kiss and said his goodbye. This turning point and come to God moment that Aaron had is crucial for anyone trying to break any addiction. You have to truly want to stop, or you will never quit. It doesn't matter how much money you throw at it. And trust me, his parents threw a lot of money at this problem. Over the course of Aaron's 10-year struggle with addiction, his parents spent tens of thousands of dollars on rehabs.
More than that.
Never mind the various different legal bills I'm sure he racked up. Aaron has talked about his time in rehab a few times on different streams and interviews.
I got Eddie and I got other people I tell me.
Alright guys, enough of this shit.
On rehab. Like most parents, Aaron's parents wanted the absolute best for him, so naturally they spent the most they could afford on rehab for him. Aaron has said that he attended a rehab center known as Hazeltine. I looked into this place, and from what I found online, it seems like it has now been renamed to Hazelton Betty Ford
bags or $20 bags?
They were
Long W $10 bags.
They were $10 bags.
Rehab has multiple different locations across the United States, but Aaron says
why
he
is
attended
no
the one
one
in
donating?
Minnesota.
Is it
They offer
cause
many
you
different
are a
programs
bitch?
here,
Fucking
including
give
but
me
not
you
limited
hope.
to outpatient care, inpatient care.
People
detox.
are donating. Like, what are you
The program
saying?
that Aaron was in lasted 8 weeks, and he says it cost his parents $50,000. After doing some research, I found that Aaron was probably spot on in that estimate. According to Luxury Rehabs, who did an article on the Hazelton Clinic, the average cost is between $20,000 to $50,000 per month, depending on the
I miss
program.
you, baby. Please pick the needle back up. I want to wrap my arms around you and make you warm once again.
Alright, that's
you
it.
deserve a break.
Stop.
Aaron.
I'm not
Please
totally
call me
sure.
back.
Bro, I'm not doing heroin ever again, man.
Insurance would cover, but regardless, you can tell that the facilities must be very nice if they carry that price tag. The last time that Aaron was in rehab, he says he had already decided to quit heroin before even going. As I mentioned in the previous chapter, after getting out of Cook County Jail, Aaron was wandering the streets and homeless. He had decided that enough was enough and called his mother to come pick him up and bring him to rehab. That rehab I was referring to was Aaron's final rehab.
It was
treatment,
outpatient.
and this time it was a bit different. The place he went to is called a safe haven and is located
No,
in
he got this
Chicago.
wrong.
Unlike the other places he
got this wrong.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking
He
cunt.
got this
Whereas
one
the
wrong.
bitch's also last Donna was fucked.
This is wrong. Safe haven was house arrest. It's a lot of info. I'm just being honest. This is wrong. Safe haven was house arrest before the case where I got arrested 2 weeks when I was out. That's where I went before I went to prison. My last rehab was an outpatient place that was about 5 minutes from my house in Vernon Hills.
Ben, this one was not a luxury detox facility. It was much cheaper and even did pro bono work on certain cases. Aaron was so determined to be done with heroin that he felt like he could handle outpatient rehab instead of inpatient, which meant at the end of the day he would get to go back home and continue.
You got this part wrong.
When I first heard that, I thought it seemed a little bit counterintuitive.
Thank you, Mike, at 23 for the follow,
Aaron's timeline, it all made sense. He wanted to do outpatient care so that he could put the majority of his days into becoming a professional Halo player. He was replacing his dope addiction with a gaming addiction. Kind of like what he did at the young age of 16.
That's why I got so mad. I hate losing and
It's
shit.
a pretty unorthodox way of quitting something. It definitely worked out in Aaron's
Y'all were
favor.
shitting
In fact,
Halo.
I think one of the biggest reasons that Aaron is where he is today is due to him being so addicted to seeing his stream grow. Even though he was so obsessed with growth, it did not come overnight. It took Aaron years to get where he is now with streaming.
8.
Just like it did when he was fighting addiction.
8 years. 8.
Aaron created his YouTube channel on March 4th, 2016, exactly one day after he decided to quit heroin.
God,
He created his Twitch channel on May 17th, 2016, but he would not start consistently streaming on Twitch until the year 2017.
I couldn't stream out of my mom's
He would not
closet.
start posting on YouTube until June 27th of 2017. In his first year of streaming consistently, Aaron would average 42 viewers, with a peak viewer count of 376. He also gained over 12,000 followers that year. Although we know Ac7ionMan today for his personality, back in 2018, he was still trying to become a professional Halo player, not just a content creator.
I'm the man and I fucking know it. Oh my god, that was the...
During the year of 2017,
Wait, y'all didn't
Aaron
see
would
that.
mostly be streaming himself playing the game Halo 5.
I'm the man and I fucking know it.
The little ass Xbox camera, man.
Oh my god, that was the...
During the year of 2017, Aaron would mostly be streaming himself playing the game Halo 5.
Man, I
At the time, it
dunked
was
on
very
y'all on that
popular.
shit.
As you can see, he streamed under the Halo 5 category for 1,000.
How many hours some of y'all streamed? How many? Okay.
405.5 hours, the PUBG category for 494.5 hours, the Fortnite category for 244.5 hours, and everything else for 10 hours or less. But he was still playing a large variety of games. From the very beginning, Aaron was raging and acting just as he does today, despite his goals to be taken seriously as a competitor in the gaming world. His first ever YouTube video is literally an 18-second clip of him screaming after a grenade mishap on PUBG. In 2018, Aaron was still primarily streaming Halo, though he
someone
would on
reacted to me.
occasion
I
play
remember
PUBG
this.
and other games, but for the most part it was Halo. Through 2018, he streamed a total of 2,123 hours on Halo 5, 607 hours on Halo the Master Chief Collection, and 531 hours on Fortnite. Everything else was under 30 hours throughout the entire year. Even though his primary focus was gaming at a high level, his personality and on-stream antics remained the same. If anything, his personality started to become more evident during this year compared to 2017, despite how serious he was taking Halo. Aaron's peak viewership during 2018 reached 994, over double his previous record. His followers gained
I don't think that was accurate.
came out to 13,772,
I don't think that was accurate.
putting him at 25,762 followers by the end of 2018. His average viewers nearly doubled as well. Throughout the entirety of 2018, Aaron would consistently hit the 75 viewer mark, which is great for your first 2 years streaming. In total, he went from 0 followers and 0 average
following
viewers
anywhere
to
else.
25,762
Just from playing Halo off
followers and
Xbox.
averaging 75 viewers within just 2 years. His relatively fast growth did not come with ease.
That
In
was
his first
back, but I'm saying, but this is what I try to tell people. This was a different era. There wasn't any of this. There was no IRL. There was no just chatting. You just have to understand that it wasn't even an option. There was no, let's get a bunch of dudes on camera and get drunk, bring OF girls on. None of it existed. It just didn't exist. You couldn't do it. It didn't exist.
Year 2017, he streamed a total of 2,767 hours. That is roughly 7.5 hours of streaming every single day. And in 2018, he streamed even more. This time, Aaron put in 3,759 hours, nearly 1,000 more hours in his second year compared to his first. In total for 2018, Aaron streamed roughly 10 hours per day for the entire year. That is absolutely insane. By his third year of streaming in 2019, his Twitch channel started to grow even faster. His formula still remained the same though, mostly Halo.
Yeah,
with
Paul
the
did do
occasional
it.
Stream on other games. His stats for the year were as follows: 146 average viewers, 18,545 followers gained, 22,397 peak viewers, and 3,787 hours streamed. His most streamed games were Halo the Master Chief Collection at number 1.
So much wasted time, man.
4 hours, Fortnite at number 2 with 1,410
Should've gotten off Halo.
hours, and just chatting at number 3 with 14
Couldn't
hours.
grow and just
Every
chatting
other
just
game
wouldn't
was
go,
under
wouldn't
10
go up.
hours for the year. So as you can see, even though he still had some variety, it was clear that Ac7ionMan was putting most of his time into
I
Halo
he thought Halo was
because he
gonna
wanted to be a
blow
pro
up.
player.
I mean, dude, 3-4. That's why I'm saying 3-4-3. You bitches, y'all made me waste years of my life. I fucking hate all of you, bro. Tashi, whoever hears this, man, I tried to save y'all game so much. Bonnie Ross, Bonnie and Clyde, whatever the fuck going on. I spent so much of my fucking life on this goddamn game, man. Why the fuck wouldn't y'all listen to me, man? Listen to me. I'm good at streaming and helping streaming platforms and gaming platform and the games. That's all I'm good at. You want me to do a screw in a light bulb, do a zoo, a wham, count, do math, do a chore, clean up. I don't do any of that shit. I don't know how to do any of that, man. I can't stand up for more than like 30 minutes straight. None of that, man.
Fortnite because it was huge and there were so many viewers in the category.
Twice in the head. with a blue fucking charge twice. Oh man, I'm scared. I get mad when I play games.
Ac7ionMan finished 2019 with 44,250 followers and an average viewer count of 100.
I'm doing this to 100 viewers.
Nearly doubling his.
That's how you know.
Analytics.
That's how you know, because I'm mentally ill. Imagine behaving like that as an act for 100 viewers or less. Imagine that.
Although these first 3 years were great, he gained more followers in the year 2020 than he did through every year prior, which honestly is kind of crazy because he only streamed 2,513 hours during that year, which is still a lot, but it's not like he streamed more than usual to gain this abnormal amount of followers. At first, I was confused why he would stream less hours than usual.
Because I was getting
success started to come.
Because I was getting stream sniped, and Fortnite's way harder to stream. Fortnite is very, very hard to stream a lot of hours. That's the main goddamn reason.
His way, but then it all made sense. This was the first year that Aaron became a full-time Fortnite streamer. He still streamed other games, but his most popular game was no longer Halo. He streamed 2,290 hours of Fortnite and only 32 hours of Halo, which is a huge drop compared to previous years. I think this is the point that Aaron realized he had a much bigger opportunity than just a professional gamer, because unlike a lot of pro gamers, Aaron has a huge personality, so it makes complete sense that he would switch over to the most popular game at the time, being Fortnite. And it also makes sense why he streamed less hours, because Fortnite will make you way more angry than Halo.
I put you on, baby! You pizza face triple chin motherfucker! Get the fuck away from us!
By the end of 2020, Aaron had gained a total of 57,952 followers that year, putting his Twitch channel at 102,040 total followers. His average viewer count jumped from 147 to 361.
Yeah, this is right before. This is right where I got stuck.
Topped out at 10,800.
That was another T.
He was still occasionally posting to YouTube during this time, but was nowhere near as active on YouTube compared to Twitch. Up until this year, his most viewed video was sitting at 49K views, but that all changed in October of 2020. Aaron was playing squad.
It was the shorts
as he normally did when all of a sudden he was.
I'm telling you, dude, the views on my other socials aren't reflective to how many we got, and this is the part that didn't get covered. We were going the Andrew Tate thing before Andrew Tate. I thought, dude, if anybody remembers these streams, I was getting mad. I felt my content was getting stolen. I didn't realize that was the reason why I was going to get popular. I tried to stop it because I just felt everyone stealing my clips and I'm getting no fucking credit. This is the honest to God truth. If you look up some shorts, there's the gay skin clip on someone else's account has 10 million plays. It's got about 2-something million on mine or 5 million on mine. There's other accounts that have tens of millions of plays that aren't mine. Like 20 subs, 8 million views, all because of the Kevin clips. Same thing on TikTok, brand new account. Account could be dead as fuck. They upload these clips, 4 or 5 million views. It was everywhere for like a year and a half straight.
Up with a squeaky voiced little kid who was saying the most vulgar stuff you can think
I
of.
knew I had a gold mine with him.
The stream recap to YouTube, like he normally did when something interesting would happen. The video contained all of the most insane moments from their interaction. Weirdly enough, the two actually had seemingly good chemistry, despite the fact that they did not know each other and were about 25 years apart in age. As of the day I recorded this, their stream recap has over 400,000 views on Aaron's YouTube channel.
I didn't even know that.
I'm the man and I fucking know it.
This is so long ago.
God, that was the... How?
Which makes that random duo game one of his most popular videos of all time. Considering his growth on both YouTube and Twitch this year, all in all, 2020 was a huge year for Aaron and the Ac7ionMan brand, but it's nothing compared to what came next. Despite the fact that Aaron had found success pretty early on, the success he did have could never have prepared him for what the year 2021 had.
Dude, these clips just went crazy
for a few different reasons.
The
One,
clips went crazy.
Absolutely skyrocketed. 2,
they went crazy.
A recurring character introduced to the stream. And 3, he started going viral on other social media platforms.
TikTok.
The primary force behind this explosive growth in Aaron's analytics during
they were going crazy, dude. They were going crazy. They went crazy. I'm saying Mr. Beast, 20, 30 million, 80 million plays. I'm saying they were going bonkers on so many others' accounts. I remember I saw one of me, just like it had like 30 something million plays. I'm like, where's my fucking credit? That's what I remember saying. I remember being mad at it. My brain wasn't computing.
a kid named Kevin. They had originally met in a random squad fills game on Fortnite back in October of 2020.
Bro, I'm packing that 8-inch right now.
Man, he was funny as fuck.
Kevin?
You're just mad that you ain't packing shit.
What the fuck did you just say to me, son?
And Aaron immediately knew this kid was something special. His first planned stream
I
with
knew it
Kevin
right
was
away.
uploaded to Aaron's YouTube channel.
I knew
and
it
is
right
titled
away.
Ac7ionMan and Kevin, the Demon Child, Part 1. As of today, it has 1.8 million views and is his most popular video. But that wasn't where most of the new viewers came from. Alongside reposting stream
They were
highlights
all
on
TikTok.
YouTube,
It was
Aaron
all
was posting these
TikTok.
clips to TikTok
During
as
the
well.
pandemic.
His biggest video with Kevin has 11.2 million
This got
views.
like 50 million on like 10 other accounts that aren't mine. This one right here, the one that had 11.2 on mine.
And in total, all of his videos featuring Kevin
Over that.
combined reached over
Aaron,
50
maybe if you
million
missed that
views.
so much,
It's
maybe
way
then
more.
people will stop calling.
Way
you
more than
fell off.
50
Why
million.
don't you just go
Way
back
more.
to gaming and
His
look
TikTok
back
is
to the
easily
video and
Aaron's
just
Way
say
more than
maybe you
50
won't
million.
fall off
All
no
accounts.
more. You could
His
be
most
relative
active
again.
social
Just
media
start
platform
over
next to
again.
Kick. His page has received over 14 million likes since its creation. If you go look at it for yourself, you'll see that he posts quite regularly.
And there's also another account that's got over 600,000 followers and just as many likes. The Ac7ionMan 3 account, he didn't even know that was mine. That account's also mine. We wouldn't know because I can't get it verified because TikTok can suck my fucking dick.
Usually gets between 40k to 500k views. The whole series with Kevin is almost like a skit. They would oftentimes
We did
party
pay Kevin. I
together
gave him over
and take on the
$20,000.
Characters of father and son, or just act like good friends. Kevin would say outlandish things for a kid his age, and Aaron would respond with yelling and screaming about how Kevin is too young to say these things. I can see why it became so popular. During the beginning of 2022, Aaron's streams with Kevin continued, but were less frequent. He only posted 2 stream recaps with Kevin to YouTube throughout
Because
the
I didn't know what I was doing.
performed pretty well, but nothing compared to how they did.
I don't know what I'm doing, man. I don't know. I still don't know what I'm doing on that shit. I got lucky. I got, dude, I always say it, dude. I got very lucky with those clips to where I almost wish it didn't happen. Because like what Mr. B said, you got to become a master at the craft. You got to learn it by trial and error. You didn't have to do anything. You uploaded a Kevin clip of me and mine. It just exploded. No tags, no anything. It was like a glitch in the viewing matrix. I don't know how to explain it.
Did almost 5 million views on YouTube alone. I think that Aaron realized the videos were not performing as well.
No,
as they
I
used
just
to.
didn't
Being the numbers
care
guy
or
that
no.
he stopped making them. Ever since then, his YouTube
Some
videos
truth.
have not gone above 40k views.
Because I don't
His channel,
upload.
however, was still growing at a good rate during 2022. He gained 226,900.
I'm not a YouTuber.
Average view count of 1,860, a peak viewer count of 15,519, and streamed a total of 3,798 hours. Despite the Kevin content kinda dropping off, he found other ways to achieve success. One of those ways being an accidental collaboration he did with XQC. The two played Fortnite together.
Dude, I remember that. That was my favorite. That was one of my favorite nights,
The best part
man.
about this was the fact that it was a random duo game.
Yeah, that
They
shit was
both
lit.
entered into duos with the fill setting turned on, and by luck,
I
got
missed
into the
that.
same game.
Yeah, that was
The viewers
total
from
luck.
XQC stream were introduced
I
to
couldn't
Aaron
believe it.
from this, which gave a nice boost in viewers and followers after the stream was over, because he really put on a show. Aaron was very confident the entire time and was unapologetic.
Dude, I had a nasty
himself,
play.
which was good at
Who
times,
remembers
but
that double kill I had?
Wait, that's yellow? That's yellow?
I was very nervous.
You're bugging, bro. The one that
They're saying, I'm sorry, I don't mind.
sometimes that yellow fruits, man. So you can't eat them. Why not?
Either way, the impression he made definitely reached his target audience.
follow me
he
since
also
then?
did a collab with Clicks, who, if you don't know, is a very popular Fortnite streamer.
Hello.
What, man?
I miss these days a little bit.
How you living, dog? Is this the right one? Is this like, dude, is this the right, is this you, bro?
What do you mean?
It's you, okay. Dude, no, I've had people.
The video with Clicks did not get as much attention, and overall, I didn't find it as entertaining as the XQC video, which really says
There's more
something
than
because
one
the
video.
XQC video was completely random. When Aaron played with Clicks, they had partied up beforehand. And
No, we
planned
never
events.
partied up. He was a
My
child.
opinion, Both Clicks and Aaron were
He was
live.
16 or
So Aaron was
17 in
able
this
to gain
video.
some
No, we never
that
partied
class.
up, bro.
His
What?
most viewed crossover stream of the year was an E-date that he actually
which I
ended up
won.
winning, hosted
Yeah.
by the Kick streamer
5 times.
There was a house that was burning on fire, and there was a old lady and a couple of her dogs. I grabbed the dogs.
That was a beast.
and When I went to grab the grandma, I picked her up over my shoulder. And
Lying
one
through
of
my-
the embers landed on top of my arm right here and started burning me.
I burnt my arm with a dab rig.
And I called 911, and luckily everybody and everything was okay. But I did catch a little bit of a wound right there.
Holy shit, you're a hero, bro.
This stream had a minimum of 30,000 live viewers the entire
was like
time, and
75K.
Aaron gained a lot of exposure from
way
it.
more
His
than
strategy
30.
for this date seemed to be making as many jokes as possible, coming off as a hard felon, and saying yes to everything she asked. His most popular game was Fortnite.
Bro, how are you just gonna say? It's way, that's why I won 5 of them, right? Man, no way am I letting you discredit me like that, man. It's not that simple. It wasn't that simple. I won 5 of those. The only people that beat me on there was Kai. The only guys that beat me on there regularly was Kai. And Kai, A, is very entertaining on those, and B, Ruby Rose literally said she didn't like white people when I was on the Ruby Rose E-Day. She literally knocked out me and Stable Ron right away.
Around the middle of 2022,
The 5
Aaron
times.
received a stake deal where he would get paid to do 1-hour gambling streams almost every day throughout the year. He spent 300 hours on the dot in the slots category, so he was only 65 hours shy of the 1 per day mark when it came to gambling streams in 2022. Unlike Bossman Jack, Ac7ionMan is not a degenerate gambler, and he has never had a massive win on stream or a huge loss on stream. The most I've seen Aaron win gambling is around $20,000.
It was 68K and 55K 2 different times. Thank you, man. Sneak dissing ass dude, man.
It actually happened on May 7th of this year. He may have won more before, but I have not seen it and can't find any clips of it online. He would also start doing these gambling streams with OnlyFans girls and promoting their OnlyFans to his viewers.
I wasn't referring to you. You know what I'm saying? I just meant like LA in totality is what I meant by that.
Yeah.
No, don't get it twisted. He was crying and begging for a threesome and all them girls looked like they had some chromosomes. He cried for so many girls, says he loves them. He's yet to pull a girl without clout and money. I mean exhibit A whore right now.
That is why he spent roughly 448 hours in the just chatting category throughout the year of 2022. I'm not a fan of pushing OF pages to
Bro, no one's pushing OF pages.
Ac7ionMan's following is
Another
mostly
thing
made
you know
up
what
of
you
older
should
people.
bring back,
And the
maybe
miners
you
that
should
do
bring
watch
back
the
days the
Ac7ionMan
community
Bro.
nights gaming with viewers
insane,
edits and
regardless of
few
their
other
age. If
things
they're
was missing
watching
as well.
Aaron, they
Everything
would
would
have
be
no
great
trouble
again if
finding
this
OF
community
girls
didn't
without him.
fail
The
off.
majority of Aaron's community wasn't really enjoying the OF girl streams and made sure to let him know. Thankfully, this era of content didn't last too long. By 2023,
okay.
Aaron had moved on from the OF girl streams. He still hangs out with some of these girls today on stream, but he doesn't do the boring desktop streams where the only content is watching some e-whore bounce up and down for 2 hours.
Alright, you know what? That's enough of this shit.
His standard of
Okay, what the fuck? I'm saying, is this segment even necessary right now? Man, what in the fuck are we talking about, man? This is some jive-ass bullshit, man. Oh, now you want to type?
content just goes out the window. Around 8 months ago, he was constantly at Jack's house with other streamers like John Zerka, the Island Boys, Heel Mike, and many more. If you recognize the 3 names I just read off, I'm sure you'll understand how atrocious the content was during this time. It was nothing but bimbos, bongs, and booze. All day, every day. For around a month. Other than the degenerate activities he gets into with Jack, this year was actually a pretty good year for Aaron. Nothing like the success he had with Kevin, but still good nonetheless.
What? What are you saying, man?
Switch to kick. And
we couldn't make more than
1,500 to 2,000 viewers.
Yeah, what are you saying, man? You're out of time. Your timeline's way off right now. This timeline way off, man. This timeline off is fucked. We couldn't break 2,000. We couldn't stay above 2,200 viewers on Twitch. That's the main reason why we left. Because Bames, who's in the chat, said we should go try Monkey App, and it wound up working.
That he'd been hovering around for the last 2 years. The type of content that Aaron was putting out also changed drastically during 2023. He was no longer a gaming streamer. He became an IRL and desktop streamer. The majority of his content was interacting with strangers on Monkey App. He would wear these insane outfits and cover his face in makeup and paint, but his appearance was just half of it. On top of these weird costumes he wore, Aaron would act even more unstable than usual during these monkey calls. Whether you're a fan of IRL and desktop streaming or not, you have to admit that as soon as Aaron made the switch, his popularity exploded.
Yeah, because I'm fucking hilarious.
Despite his recent popularity, Aaron has been through his fair share of controversies.
Bro, no, hell no. Y'all ain't gonna blackball me. Let me scan this shit here. No, hell no. Ha! Calling me a pedophile. Knew it. calling me a woman beater. My arrests. More of my arrests. You were doing so good and then you did all this shit. Somehow he didn't get banned for this. Somehow I didn't get banned because I'm not doing shit wrong, you fucking psycho.
I only see one news outlet that even covered the incident, but the blame can't totally be put on Aaron here. That older girl definitely shouldn't be allowed to watch her sister anymore. That might even be considered child abuse.
Oh, that clip. Now, that clip was on Monkey App. Okay, yeah, that had nothing to do with me. That one had nothing to do with me. That was bad parenting. That was bad parenting. Hell no. That one was not on me. Okay, I'll play this part. Yeah, I was gonna kill this guy if he got out of the car.
Just 1 month after the incident with the two young girls on Monkey App occurred, Aaron was involved in a road rage incident and decided to post the clip to his Instagram account.
Hey, thanks, man.
Man, I was gonna beat the fuck out of this guy.
Hey, this guy was shit talking me in traffic. You know who I am? Bro. You want to apologize to my friend? No. You want to? Okay. No. I'm gonna ruin your life. We didn't get into it. But you know who I am.
Now, let me tell you something. This guy was an asshole. This guy cut me. Yo, Drayvon is here. Thanks for the sub, dude. I appreciate you. No, look, I'm gonna tell you something. This guy cut us off in traffic. I'm telling you, I got some anger issues. But I'm saying, dude, this guy was in the wrong. He accused my driver of cutting me off. I had a bad day. I wasn't on a come down.
You gave your fucking shitty ass mouth to him. Stay in your fucking lane. It does matter. You don't get to talk to him like that.
The clip starts off with Aaron walking down the side of the road towards a person pulling up to them in a blue Jeep. Aaron began screaming, quote, "Do you know who I am?" at the guy driving the blue Jeep. He screamed at this Jeep driver because apparently a few minutes before the clip was filmed, when they were still driving, the guy in the blue Jeep started insulting one of Aaron's friends because he got too close to him in traffic.
And he yelled at us.
Arguing between the two, Aaron pounded on the guy's car a few times and eventually ended up taking his hat while quoting Jake Paul. The video finished with Aaron telling the guy to drive off and the guy in the Jeep saying, quote, "I'm just trying to go to the store." When the video
Well, now you ain't.
Public,
now you ain't going to the store.
Very divided on who was in the wrong. In my opinion, they both were in the wrong.
No, I'm not in the wrong. Obviously, you could argue I shouldn't do this, but okay, I have road rage issues then. I don't want that shit. I don't want to be a part of it.
Have even pulled over to them. To me, that seems like he's looking for trouble at that point. And Aaron definitely should not have handled it the way he did either. He came off very arrogant and taking his hat was
damn fucking right I did, man. Find someone else to fuck with. Pick another dude. Correct.
Childish. In response to the backlash, Aaron tweeted this. For full context, he verbally threatened physical harm to me and everyone in the car. So I don't know how some of you were raised, but it looks like some of you just aren't men. When you're tried and threatened, it's different. TBH, this was a very small reaction. Some of you guys are just used to getting shit all over your whole lives. You are allowed to defend yourself and speak up.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
I think this level of anger was a little bit more understandable. But him saying, "Do you know who I am?" and "got your hat" is just cringe. Regardless,
yeah, it is cringe, man,
the
for
tweet
sure.
ended up getting over 1.5 million views, and although there was some backlash, there were also people that applauded the way he handled it, which means this little controversy probably works out in his favor. The same can't be said for this next incident, though.
All right, let's see. Oh no, I think I know this one here.
Roughly 2 months later, on October 4th of 2023, Aaron was arrested on felony drug and weapons charges.
Yeah, what happened in that case?
Ac7ionMan was in trouble with the police was nothing new when the news first broke. But once the actual charges were released, the internet went crazy. According to this police report, Aaron was arrested while in possession of tramadol, cocaine.
What happened in that case, though?
And hash.
What happened in that case, though?
Possession of a firearm, unlawful
what happened in that case, though?
Communications device, possession with intent, and 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance.
What happened? What happened?
I don't know. Tramadol is an opioid, and hash is just.
Bro, it was, dude, it was that Megan bitch. Remember Megan, the Xanax girl? She had a fucking pharmacy of drugs in her backpack. Remember Megan, the red hair? Remember her? That was her shit. I didn't know where the fuck this shit even what tramadol. Are you nuts?
Dabs. In the notes of his charges, you can see that under the hash charge, it was classified as possession with intent to distribute. I doubt Aaron was actually selling any of the
distribute
oil he had
what?
with him. It was more than likely deemed as possession with intent just because he had way more than was legally classified as personal use. What stands out to me the most in this list of substances is the fact that he had tramadol and coke. You can't get tramadol over the counter. You need a prescription.
It was her, dude. There was mad bitches in and out of that house, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I don't care if y'all don't believe me. That's the truth, man. I literally knew this was gonna get talked about. I could have skipped this. I didn't skip it to let you know the truth, man.
Moderation to people recovering from serious injuries or operations. I don't believe that Aaron had undergone any sort of injury or operation.
It wasn't my drugs, dipshit. I didn't even know. I still to this day don't even know where they came from.
But still possible. Other than the legality side of it all, tramadol and coke are both very addictive substances. So the fact that an ex-junkie is using drugs,
no, I'm not.
Leading a 10-year addiction.
No, I'm not.
Sobriety.
No, I'm not.
That doesn't really matter though. Aaron is a grown man.
Thank you for your disclaimer, man. That really saved it right there.
Sad sight to watch.
Yeah, it's so sad, man.
Time on live stream. When you take into account all of the potential charges that were listed, Aaron was facing a total of
what happened to them?
Years in prison.
Where'd they go?
Mandatory sentence of 3 years.
So what happened?
Convicted on the felony.
So what happened then?
Charge. Luckily for Aaron,
he
was
luckily
able to bond out on a $27,500.
Luckily,
has not been back since. About
luckily.
1 month after
no,
because
I beat the case.
November 14th of 2023.
Because I beat the case.
Took to Instagram and told his followers that all the charges had been dropped.
Because I beat the case.
Didn't even get past the arraignment.
No, it didn't.
What I'm assuming happened here is as follows.
I know you guys are all waiting for the announcement. As we gather around as the stream just started. Charges drop, motherfucker!
Aaron's
No!
been making good money and now has even more resources than he did.
You guys thought I was going away for that one. I know some of y'all mad in here still. Oh man, y'all were pissed when I beat that. Yeah, by the way, all those charges got dropped, by the way. Yeah, at arraignment. So yeah, I'm not sure if anyone knows the law even slightly, but if you know what that means, if your charges get dropped at arraignment, that means that it wasn't even close. So yeah.
Likely has a very good and expensive lawyer out there in Florida. When you combine highly paid lawyers,
that's not why.
Underpaid and undertrained cops, this is the result. I'm willing to
No, man. The result is their evidence for the warrant was literally illegal. So yeah.
There was something the arresting officers did or did not do that was against the law.
It was the warrant itself. It was the literal warrant itself.
I can see no other reason why he'd be able to get every single charge dropped,
because I'm innocent.
Possession of a firearm. Less than 1 month.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's how you know.
Dropped, he found himself wrapped up in a different type of controversy.
Nah, we're gonna skip this part here.
There were no legal ramifications here, but he did get some backlash on Twitter and received a ban on Kick. On December 10th, 2023, Aaron was banned for hate speech because of some things he said regarding.
That's awkward.
It's really bad.
Did you check your email?
Hate speech. I'll take it. It's fair. Shouldn't have said it. I'll take the 2 to hit.
At first, it was just drunk ranting about how Allah is.
Okay.
More recently, he was in a beef with the popular.
I'm like, no free clout, man. Hell no with this shit, man. Hell no. Y'all can go watch back all the shits I skipped on your own time. Hell no. I got a game from this shit. Oh, I remember this one.
Kane, and the issue was resolved amicably. Aaron
I
said
remember
he didn't
that.
actually want anyone to die. It was just a joke. Obviously, that's a weird joke to make, but that's basically all Aaron did.
Yeah, man, that's all I had, man. Yeah, I hope bad people die. Yeah, is that a problem?
Background information as to what prompted Aaron to say these things on stream. It would be much easier to tell if this was a serious thing or just a way for
It's
Aaron
a joke, man. You guys are a bunch of fucking pansies.
Came to Aaron back in March of
you guys.
That month,
are a
Aaron
bunch
had
of wussies and pussies.
11,806 paid subs, and in accordance with Twitch's revenue split policies at the time, he was getting about $249 per tier 1 sub. And in March, he had 10,000
bunch of wussies and pussies
subs, 16 tier 2 subs, and 13 tier 3 subs. From the tier 1 subs, Aaron would have received $27,217.95. From the tier 2 subs, he would have received $79.84. And from tier 3 subs, he would have received,
I don't hate everyone. I love everybody. I love everyone of every race, every gender,
$460,
every religion.
Total before taxes.
Stop trying to say shit that's not true.
In the month of March 2022. This was
Fuck
his
you mean,
biggest
Cap?
month on Twitch, subs-wise. He was still making...
Yeah,
big
because it
money
was literally
before
Corinna
and
just
after
giving me
this massive
subs.
month, though. From November 2021
Yes.
to February of 2022.
And then Twitch's
Aaron
ass.
made between $6,655.77 to $9,048.66 before taxes each month in sub revenue.
That's
the numbers
not
were
correct.
roughly the same when you look at the months after his record month too. From April 2022 to February of 2023, he pulled in between $4,242.96 to $14,165.61 each month in subs alone, before taxes. But when you compare these numbers to the money he's made on Kick, it's laughable. Just 2 months later, in June of 2022, Aaron took to Twitter to let his fans know that he signed a stake deal and would...
Okay.
Vacation or what's your...
I'm on a steak deal.
I remember him saying he was paid something like $500.
So fucking arrogant. That's so ugly.
6 months, there were plenty more to come. Aaron made the switch to Kick towards the end of February in the year 2023. By April 2nd of 2023, Aaron had raked in $38,095.38 before taxes from Kick subs. So basically his first month on the platform, he made almost 40 grand. Aaron says in this tweet that he only needed around 7,000 subs on Kick to get paid that much. And on Twitch, he would have needed 16,000.
Which is just not
subs.
possible.
These numbers are not totally correct, but they're very close. Kick creators receive a 95-5 split on their sub revenue.
Yeah,
So
Bames, I know.
95%
I know,
of
Bames.
sub
Hey,
revenue
dude, I know.
5%. Using those percentages, we know that creators receive $4.74 for each sub they get on Kick. To receive $38,000, you would need around 8,000 to 8,100 paid subs on Kick. To get paid that same amount from Twitch subs, you would need a little
There's
bit less
no
than
way.
16,000
That's an impossible number.
50-50 split. Even though his math was slightly off, the point remains the same.
Thank you for
Streamers
keeping
on
on clarifying my math.
than they would on Twitch, and I totally agree with that. The money he made in his first month on Kick completely dwarfs his Twitch income. From November of 2021, when Aaron was still on Twitch, to February of 2022, he made roughly $38,000 from Twitch subs. So in 1 month of streaming on Kick, he made roughly the same.
Yeah, and the
as
tweet
he
went
did in
uranium.
4 months of streaming.
What
on
up, old
Twitch.
school
It's
Scooby?
not hard to see why so many big streamers or even mid-sized streamers that have a decent community already built are switching to Kick. But the sub revenue isn't the only reason so many streamers love Kick. Another huge reason is that Eddie hands out contracts like candy.
That is completely not true, man. That is a completely not true thing to say, man. There's so many people, dude, that is beyond not true. How many, I'm saying, dude, you know the amount of people that ask me for one every day? That is completely not true, man. Them shits are not getting handed out like that. No.
Year, he made 9,050.
This is the Kick era and shit.
Interacting with fans in the area. This idea is either going to be his best one yet or Twitch. Ultimately, I enjoy the content he puts out and I think he's a funny guy. I also have a lot of respect for the fact that he was able to overcome such an abusive addiction. I do think there's a possibility he may become an addict again. I highly doubt he would become addicted to heroin for a second time though, just because he knows how absolutely awful and pointless it is. But I think he could become an alcoholic very easily. A lot of his content is focused on drinking and doing drugs, so combined with his addictive
No, it's not.
personality, it could end very poorly. As far as the controversial side of Aaron, I chalk a lot of it up to his style of content and the brand he has built for himself. He has seen most of his growth through controversial behavior and speech, which is why he acts the way he does. As time goes on and his stream continues to grow, more people will interact with him in person and have stories about the experience.
All right. 6.7 out of 10. Some of the stuff wasn't true. Some of you posting the slander shit that's not true, I wasn't cool with. That wasn't cool, but other than that, I mean, this point doesn't really matter.